Hello everybody. As usual, welcome to another exciting and stimulating edition of Chooch's Trains here. As usual, I'm your host, John, aka Chooch. And this is usually brought to you by Naughty Spirits, unofficially obviously, and out of Cape May, a wonderful place. And tonight, even though they're not sponsored, it's a little wee dram of scotch, Deanston, Virgin Oak, non-chilled filter, a little over 46.5%. Very nice stuff. So let's do a sip here. Very good, very good. So let's get into this. I've got a few good things here today. We'll start out with something totally not train related, but we'll get to the trains in a few minutes here. Because I show you a couple of my latest acquisitions. I'm a vinyl guy, also a classic rock guy, hard rock guy. So what I grew up with was Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Humble Pie, Ramen Trower here, also Pink Floyd and the rest of those guys. Just so many good, great bands, So, but I figured, what the hell? Let me move my Deanston out of the way here. Good stuff, by the way, Virgin Oak. I figured out it was the records show a couple weeks ago. I picked these up. Become my favorite albums of all time. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Probably my favorite album of theirs. They did some great stuff. Some other good stuff too, but man, this is just incredible. And I got it for a good price. Very clean. No scratches, no marks, no nothing. Very nice. I've been looking for this for a while. I forgot to pick it up my last show, but boy, I grabbed it this time, and I will be going downstairs to crank it up, put it on the stereo, and as Richie Blackmore would say, turn it up and play it loud. That's what I got to do. So this is good. So we'll get rid of that. Then we'll go to my next record acquisition. Ramen Trower, Bridge of Sighs. What a fabulous album. Just fabulous here. And this is the 50th anniversary edition. So it's got all the mixes, all the unedited mixes. Also, some live stuff on there, which is really great. It is totally amazing. I've got the regular album, but this is just one step farther. So if you like classic rock or hard rock, however you want to put it, classic rock is technically just hard rock and roll. This is an incredible addition to any record collection if you like this kind of stuff. And Trower is just on his game here, just amazing with Jimmy Dewar there and Reg Isidore on drums, just great stuff. So another one I'll set down here. Let me take another sip of here. Just a wee dram, about a half a shot, not much. So now let's get to the main event here. I'll slide this over just a tad so it has a little bit more room. And here we go. Boy, this plastic is tough as nails. There we go. Oops. All right, let's do this. Doing this, bless, Mike uses an incredibly strong plastic tape here. Good stuff though. All right, let's slide her down here. As I say, ask Eric what kind of knives he uses. He's got the amazing knives. So, but that's good. Let's do this. And we'll do this. Oh, look, the packing peanuts. Everybody should know that packing peanuts nowadays are made out of biodegradable, basically a plant-based substance like psyllium. It's like basically it'd be like eating Metamucil if you took these. Maybe not quite, but still they're plant-based, so they're biodegradable. They're not like the little styrofoam ones that sat around for 1 million years. So that happens. So let's see what we got here. I'll throw those out in a minute once I get this out of the box. All right. once again, I'm going to thank, big shout out to Mike Wrench at Tattoo Trains. Just good stuff here. I'll turn it this way so it makes it easier to come out, because there's a boatload of these peanuts here. Yeah, I'll just throw them over this way. I'll clean my tabletop in a little while. We'll go from here, so let's see what we got to do. But here it is. Here we go. A gorgeous Gunderson auto rack. So nice. Now I don't have, let's put it this way. I don't have a lot of scale stuff. I got some scale locomotives and some scale boxcars, but certainly not anything that's 86 feet long and scale size. This is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And Mike sent this to me. I kind of want his drawing, but either way, he sent this to me at no cost. He packed it up, boxed it, sent it. So it was very nice of Mike. You know, I'm going to say this. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, do so. Please do so for sure. You know, there's nothing. He's got a great channel, and his stuff is really nice. His live streams a lot of times on Wednesday. I'm not sure if he's going to do one this week because of Thanksgiving, but I hope he does. He mentioned that he might be doing it. So this, never out of the box. Oh God, this is huge. You know, all my passenger cars are 14, 15, 16 inch. I kind of like the traditional size stuff. If I was going to go anything modern, I'd probably go with 18 inch at my best, or at the most. So let's see what this is. It's the O-Gauge Gunderson MultiMax auto rack with the road number of 519081, a 3-rail engine, CP Sioux line. So let's put this over here for now. This has never actually been opened. This is very, you know, Mike is such a good guy. His live streams are great. I think you should, anybody who hasn't checked one out. He's well packed. I'll give Atlas more than props because it's so much nicer as far as quality goes than Lionel, and I'm not going to rag on Lionel. You know, considering I collect classic post-war MPC, even LTI era, and that's about it. So we'll keep doing this. Oh my golly, look at these little things here to make sure that it sits nicely in the, oh, there we go. Sits nicely in the package without bouncing around. Oh my golly. Get this dang thing off. Holy jeez. They don't want it to come off, that's for sure. Holy shit the bed, Fred. Oops, there we go. All right, now what a mess, but I'll be cleaning this stuff up when I get a chance. So let's put this disc over. This is only 12 inches. I'm going to get a big circle of like 1/4 inch plywood or so, and make a 2-foot circle that will be 6 inches on the either all the way around, but it'll fit. It'll be a lot better. So here we go. Take a look at this. Look at this. Just the detail here is so nice. Atlas does amazing jobs. You know, look at the brake cylinders. Look at they call them AB valves. They're right, ABD, ABDWs. That's what they are, not WX. It might be WX. So sweet, but look at the way that works. I don't know if you can see it from here. We'll go that way. Oh my golly, look at that. So now, as much as I don't know if I want to set it on this, because I really thought this was going to be a little bit higher. Whoa, that's my little nail. So look at that. What a sweet car. Oh my golly. You know, they did a fabulous job. I can't run this on my outer main because I got a bridge that's too dang low. But I will run it on the inside main. Right, I should say the middle main. I don't need to run the inside main. The inside main is 054, 072, and the emitter main is all 072. Outer main is 096 with some 072 mixed in. So I don't have to worry too much about that. But I can't run it because of that darn bridge. It's pretty low. Old Marks bridge, I like it. But my golly, look at this. Oh, if you take a look at the ends, excess height car. Always lock the doors, blah, 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 before moving car. Nice stuff. See if they got everything right here on these. Load limit, 80,000 pounds. Got to remember the max weight on American Railroad is for normal stuff. It's 286,000 pounds. So a lot of times they get special exemptions for certain cars. The super bathtub guys that ran Detroit Edison trains were 320,000 pounds roughly, you know, but they had an exemption because the entire train was that. It was amazing with the DP units in the middle. Some of the early stuff that was in the 80s, my God, they did a fabulous job. But this is just drop dead gorgeous. It just really is. Man, look at the detail on that. You know, and I will have a lot of fun. Sprung trucks. It's hard to see in this video here, but sprung trucks. And that's what it looks like. Let's get these dang peanuts out of the way. Now for comparison, let's do this. This is a Lionel post-war / MPC auto rack. And there we go. Look at that baby. It's an 86-foot basic auto rack car there. And this is basically 60-foot, if that. You know, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. There's the center of the car. Yeah, I would say this is about a 60-foot car if we're lucky. But this is the typical Lionel auto rack. I got some cars for it. These are from my friend's collection, and I got a few of them so I can run them with this. So it should be fun. RTTX 9123, built in 73. Oh my God, capacity 120,000 pounds. Oh golly, you know, sometimes they don't get these numbers correct, which is unusual. Not unusual. They just throw some numbers on these. As far as weight goes, you know, you got your lightweight, which is empty, and you got your capacity X. Everything should only add up to the most 286,000 pounds. Some add up to less. You know, most of the coal cars you see are 286. Oh, I don't mind bringing that stuff up, even though I'm just trying to bring up some number facts here. So either way, this is what we got. Another sip of the Deanson here. Ah, that is luscious. So, as you can see, we'll spin this around one more time and take a look at everything. I don't think, now the rear doors do not open, which is fine. If you ever see the rear doors, they really don't open out. They kind of they're like clamshells, and they go into the rails, they go into this way, into the end of the car. They do not stick way out because they can't do that. But it is pretty cool. You know, I used to run a lot of these out of Fairlane, Ohio, when they did when we still had the Ford plant there, doing not only Thunderbirds and Cougars, but they're also doing the E's, the E150s, E250s, the little vans they were doing. They were fabulous, but we ran a lot of these. Man, it was fun making them up. But geez, you know, some are higher, some are lower in real life. And you had to set them up where the highest cars, the ones of the highest height, were at the loading area, and they would go lower as it went. That way they could get the vehicles in properly. But either way, this is a little lesson on when they used to load auto racks, and I guess it was a lot of fun. So, but that is that. This is this. What a difference this makes. So, all right, well, let's move around. Move the stuff out of the way so I don't cut myself on the X-Acto knife here on the box cutter. That would not be good. So we'll go downstairs and put these on the layout here. So give me a sec here and we'll go from there. So, All right, see you in a little bit. All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna run this brand new Gunderson. Had to take off the other cars because it's so tight. The couplers do not rotate enough on these cars to go around these even 072, 096 curves, which was what I got on the outside main. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Dealing around the end of that curve too. Do not know why. See what happens. Well, it made it this time. No, it did not. Look at that. Look at that. Let's start this thing up over there. So it's not like going around the curve. Those couplers are very tight underneath the cars. So what happens is the drawbar moves over and kind of pops the car off the track. Should make it around here. These are all 96 at this end. See what's happening here. Yeah, that's better. Let's see the derails again over here. Watch the way that thing cuts over. Yeah, it made it this time. All right. So here we go. It is a drop-dead gorgeous car, that's for sure. But I don't even think on my layout with this 096, this 072 mixed in, that it really enjoys going around these curves around other cars like it. Doesn't like super elevation either, obviously. Alrighty. Maybe it'll make it twice. Yeah, it did this time. Oh no, hang on guys. We're gonna have to go do a recoupling and re-railing. Hang on. All right, let's see how we can do this, if it'll work. Maybe get over here and take a watch on this. That time it made it. I'm going to try to get one more lap out of this bad old boy and see what happens. Make it. Oh yeah, there you go. All right. Work that time. Go. And we'll take a stopper right there. And here I'm going to show you what goes on here. It's a gorgeous car, but I don't think it likes anything that's not meant for 072. And I'll show you in a sec. A couple of moves there and it jams up. And that's all farther it moves. Kind of jams up underneath. Same with both sides. I see what I mean. It just jams up underneath. What happens is the other couplers are kind of close to it, and just pulls itself off the tracks like that. You know, especially when the car is behind it. Oops, I'm sorry, I should have done this. If you look at that going like that, and going like that, and that's the problem with it. Not the problem with the car. Just the problem is the cars that go with it. You know, it's the only one that rotates enough. It really did an okay job on it. So, oh well. I like running it. It's a beautiful car. But I couldn't run it with these because it would just pull them off the tracks on the S-curve especially. Unfortunately, but doesn't mean I won't be running the darn thing. I'm just going to have to change some things I run it with. And we'll go give it another shot on another video. So until next time, everybody, happy Thanksgiving and au revoir. Boy. All right, guys. Well, here we go again. I'm coming back. Hopefully you enjoyed the Autorack train run. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Mike Wrench and a big thank you to Mike Wrench for that wonderful Gunderson car. As you can see, I can only run on my middle main because it can't go on the outside with that bridge. Although the outside is mostly 096 with a couple of 072 mixes in. So it'll look a little better maybe, but still was a fun time. You know, it's great. I'm just a conventional guy really, and run a lot of post-war MPC, LTI stuff, a little bit of the LLC stuff, you know, and obviously I got a bunch of cars from K-Line and MTH, et cetera, Weaver, whatever, whatnot. So I got a lot of those, but and Atlas too. But other than that, you know, I don't have a lot of scale stuff, you know. So, but it was fun running that, a lot of fun. You know, I'll keep it on the layout a little bit. Maybe after I do a couple more videos of you know, the covered hopper challenge coming up and a few other things. But either way, once again, I want to thank you very much to Mike Wrench at Tattooed Trains. If you don't sub to his channel, do so. It's an excellent channel. You know, those of us that are in the $200, $300, $400, $200, $300, $400 subs platform, we're you know, we kind of have a niche in this thing. You know, we run cool stuff, have a lot of fun. You know, we're not the big boys, which are great guys like Eric or Chris, or Country Bunker, who's a great, I love his channel, it's really good. You know, Jason Stuckert, when he finally gets his stuff back in and going, you know, Peachy and the rest of his guys. We're just kind of like the schlubs. We're the small fries. But we do perform a good thing for the channel, or our channels, I should say, for Roll Gauge. So, you know, we like to run stuff. So, you know, there's the new guys coming up. I know guys with 40, 50, 60, 100 subs. They do a good job. You know, they deserve somebody to look at it, you know, if you think of that. And, you know, like Ren's Railroad was really nice. Cool guy, a lot of fun watching that stuff, you know. And a couple of the other guys are a little bigger. Lawson Railway, even though he has like a lot more subs than I have. Great stuff. It's amazing what he makes that floor layout actually look big when he's filming it. It really does. So it's very nice to get things going here. Like I said, you know, sub to Tattooed Trains, sub to Mike Wrench. He's really good stuff. You know, does his live stream on Wednesdays. Be sure to catch it. It's really nice. A lot of times he's got Mike from Mad Trains showing up a lot of times. And then Mike from Mad Trains is a nice live stream also. He and Gold Standard get together, Tom and Gold Standard, and do some stuff. So, you know, enjoy them, you know, enjoy them. We small fries, you know, we have a little place here. You know, like I said, or as I said, I should say, you know, I'm more of a post-war NBC LTI guy, you know, and I do run all that stuff. I don't have any command control, although Mike Lovejoy suggested I get a Lion Chief so I can actually do some switching in one of the yards I'm putting up without having a bunch of all those uncoupling tracks and all that nonsense. So I can just actually use a button on my cell phone there, you know, on the Cab 3 app. So we'll see. But either way, guys, do yourself a favor. Sub to all the good channels, you know, whether it's me, whether it's Mike, whether it's Mad Mike from Tattooed, I mean, it's him, Mad Mike's Tattooed, Mad Mike from Mad Trains, you know, Lawson Railway is a little bit more than us, you know, some of the other guys, they do a great job, you know, and they're starting out. So do it, you know. And once again, as you can see on my little, I'll show them here, you can't see them too well on the thing, but that's some of my stickers I got from York here, you know, Corey, you know, Sedano, Moody, you know, Mike from Mad Trains, you know, oops, Ray's turned around a little bit, but it's, I got the big Ray's trains downstairs, but I got the small one there so I can stick it on with the all the other three rails, 4 dads guys. So either way, hope you enjoyed everything, and it should be fun getting all this stuff going. Next thing I'm doing is what might already been shown as far as I can do another Bill B's Holiday Boxcar Challenge. I got that already set up, so that'll be fun. You know, covered hopper challenge from Rabs. You know, tank challenge from Mr. Steve Trains. You know, a couple other things going on, so it should be fun. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Either way, once again, I'll keep plugging it. You know, subscribe to Tattoo Trains, Mike Wrench. Good guy, great stuff. Always a fun live stream. Check it out on Wednesdays, which I'm not sure if he's going to be doing it this Wednesday, considering it's Thanksgiving Eve, but he might be. Either way, enjoy it. It's always fun. So, all right. Once again, this is the same glass, by the way, but I didn't have to finish it yet. But still a little Deanston virgin oak, unchill filtered, natural color, real nice, 46.3%, or basically 92.6% proof. Good stuff. So either way, guys, have a safe one. And we'll see you next time on Chooch's Trains. Be safe. Over. Oh, before I go, a little shot of the rabbi up there. I got that from my aunt when she was liquidating her house there when she moved out, or when she passed away. So, oh well. Have a safe one, guys. Au revoir.